the Aquatic Centre, and this is the first event of the day. Let's have a look at the lane allocations then for this qualification round. And they're off, they're underway. Early leaders starting to establish themselves at 25 metres. The early glimpses of the leaders as now they emerge from the water. It's a slow first 50 metres at the turn. Good tumble turn from the athlete, and now less than 50 metres to go. It's Netherlands in first, Japan in second, and Great Britain third. Stroke for stroke they go, pressure really starting to pile on now. Lactic acid kicking in as now they touch. Japan finish first and qualify for the final. The Netherlands in second, and disappointment for Poland, who finish in last place. Everything that could go wrong pretty much did go wrong. Technique just falling apart. Breathing patterns nowhere near. Welcome to the Olympic Stadium then, where shadows are lengthening here. The long jump pit is where the action's at. We're in the qualifying rounds to see who'll go through to the Olympic final. Well, here he is for round number one. Tight competition, this. His speed was locked in, but maybe it was too quick. Maybe just overcooked it because he couldn't hit the board. It's always crucial that the athletes get high up in the air to be able to reach long into the pit. Really could have done better than this in the end. Not the best jump, and in fact actually quite disappointing.
Next up, the competitor representing Poland.
Round number three. Too much height in the jump takes away momentum and takes away centimetres. Got to hit the board flush here. Well, oversteps the mark there, and that'll be a foul. Showing nice rhythm on the runway here. No jump on this occasion, just sprinted through the board there. Something went wrong. Plenty of momentum, but no height on that jump, and it cost dearly. Welcome to the Olympic Stadium. This really is a place that's waiting for success. The next event is the 400 metres. Hard to even hear yourself think, such is the noise from the crowd. But one lap of the track and every spectator will get a good chance to see the next Olympic champion. One lap of the track then for these 8 athletes as we're underway first time. Falling behind with every single stride. A race that's all about strategy. You can get it wrong in the first quarter. Needs to be better at this stage. Approaching the halfway point. Half the race complete, but all that matters now is what's ahead and what's at stake. France are in first place. 100 meters to go. 3/4 of the race over. And now it comes down to this. We're heading towards the line in the 400 meters. Heading towards the line here. Jamaica will qualify in first place. France finishing second. In third place and moving on, it's Sweden. Well, this athlete was there or thereabouts for this race, and you've got to say that when it came... Welcome back to the track and to the Olympic Stadium. You're just in time for the men's qualifying rounds of the 110 metres hurdles. The start's good. Well, moving quite nicely here. Through 50, this is really close. China are in first place. Needs to give it everything now. China qualifying first. Qualifying in second is Germany. And Greece go to the final in third place. Well, this athlete can really learn a lot from this replay. So much to... An event that many of these fans have been waiting for at the Olympic Stadium all day. It's the final of the men's 110 metres hurdles. Strong start in this one, off the blocks well. Now they move through the gears. Who still wants it with 50 metres to go? Leading the pack, China. Medals on the line with the drive to the finish. China take gold. Second place on the podium. Germany takes silver. Greece with a bronze medal. Seem to struggle with this one from the start. I don't know. Well, some people think that concrete and steel structures are ugly, but how can you feel that about this place? 80,000 people jammed in here for the next event. There aren't great things expected from this athlete, but you never know. This may be the one that raises just a few eyebrows. Away first time in the 110 metres hurdles. No time to wait, 50 to go. In first place, China. Has he got there? China finish with gold. Germany finishing second place for a silver medal. Bronze for Greece. This athlete won't want to look back at this with too many fond memories. This is the Aquatic Centre, and the next event is the qualifying rounds of the women's 100 metres butterfly. I think it's safe to say... The experts will tell you that Poland are unlikely to finish in the top three in this event. However, this athlete has improved greatly in recent months. Away we go. As they emerge from the water, we see the early leaders into their stroke pattern at 25 metres. Well, nearly halfway and still an awful lot to do. The kick's weak. Canada are in first place. China in second. Poland are in third place. And now the muscles start to hurt as we enter the final 25 metres. Final stages now. China qualifying first, Canada in second, qualifying. Third place goes to France. And disappointment for Poland, who finish it. Years of preparations since Beijing, and these athletes now must be ready. Any injuries, any doubts must be shoved clear from their mind. Here we go then. Set. Great start. Race starting to take shape as we reach the quarter point, pulling hard through the water at 25 meters. Half the race nearly gone and much to do, I'm afraid. This performance not as strong as expected. Mexico in first place, China in second, Great Britain in third. Needs to work hard in this final 25 meters. Entering the final 10 meters, so close to the line as they touch now. China qualifying first. Well, that was all right. Not the best performance this athlete's ever going to put in. And I've got to be honest, once they were in the water, there was always a thought that they weren't going to be quite up with the pace. Their technique just not quite holding together. And that's why they finished where they did. Well, this is how it all finished, and no one can dispute this result. Well, the good news will be confirmed on the leaderboard. A fourth place finish, that means the athletes qualified. Plenty of crowd support here. They're all ready to get this event underway. Focus. Set. Approaching 25 meters and already some early moves. Quarter of the way through this race and the early leaders emerge. Not got the rhythm, but maybe that will change with the push at halfway. Well, not quite the timing on the kick that was required, but still just about hanging on. First place at the moment with Mexico. In second is China. Great Britain in third. The athletes must stay focused as we have only a quarter of the race to go. To the final 10 meters, a hero will be born as they touch down. China take gold. Poland miss out, they finish fourth. The qualifying rounds of the men's weightlifting. Each competitor gets 3 attempts to get the weight above their head. Well, this is quite hard, not the most difficult. Needs to keep the mind focused here. Gotta build up this power. Well, doesn't manage to lift anything here, and that's a real worry. Well, no luck with that first attempt, and now it's back to choosing the weight for the second effort. Needs to get the weight above his head. They couldn't get them to budge. Such a strange effort, that. Well, it's been a difficult campaign so far, and it hasn't really gone to plan. But this is one last chance to maybe go out with a flourish. Is he strong enough? Phase one complete. Oh, there's a wobble. Well, this is a good performance now. That was a very, very good lift. Having negotiated that hurdle to make it through to the final, this athlete becomes a genuine contender. These are the final standings. Second place finish then, and the next in the diving pool then, the qualifying rounds of the women's 10-metre platform. Looking for a good performance here, but you have to keep something in reserve for the final. Started well here. The crowd seem to like it. Let's take a look at the replay. Well, let's take a check on the results at the end of round one. Well, not the most difficult dive in the book. Will this be enough, though, to keep them in the mix? Well, that's good. That's very good. You can't expect anything else, though. Here's the replay. This is a really good dive. Well, let's see how that last dive affects the current scoreboard. There are elements of this dive that are going to be challenging, but overall, this is only a dive of medium difficulty. Well, it's a good dive from Poland. Very satisfying to watch that. Let's take a look at the replay. Good degree of difficulty and well executed. Well, this is dive number 4 in this set. And the key is to keep consistent and achieving what you set out to. Oh dear. Well, here's the replay, and I think it confirms that that was probably a bit below average for this diver. Well, here's the final round of the diving. More than satisfactory, that dive. Here is the replay. Always an anxious time. This next event brings together some of the strongest men in the world. This next event is the final of the men's weightlifting. The Olympic Games always has a habit of making superstars, and there's no reason why this athlete can't be the story of this Games. Well, this athlete has the ability to make a step up in class here from being good to being great. Well, he's played safe, I can't believe that. Has to get it above his head. Technique's good, does very well here. Oh yes, he's gonna do it, he does it! Here is the leaderboard then of the men's weightlifting after the first round here in the final. How ambitious is he gonna be with this attempt? Adding weight to it, that's interesting. Needs to be powerful in this first phase. Well, That's a blow. Didn't even move the bar off the floor. And quite rightly, that performance is reflected on the scoreboard with a low showing. Picture of concentration. Has to get this right. This athlete is giving absolutely everything. First phase, very good. Well, that went wrong, and badly wrong, so it's a foul. 4 years of training wasted in one event, and quite rightly, this athlete is on the brink of despair here. Let's round things up then. This is the final event of this session at the Aquatic Centre here in Stratford. The athletes are ready, 17,500 fans are ready. Let's get it on. Well, this is a fairly ambitious choice and could leave her with a good score. The effort, the technique, the execution, all just a little bit off on this occasion, I'm afraid. Here's the replay. Got everything in, but just over-rotated. Big splash. And the judges will again take marks off for that. Not massively difficult, this dive. Well, that was a good performance, although not really impacting on the scoreboard, but it certainly shows exactly what this competitor's capable of. So lying in 6th place at the moment at the vital halfway mark, knowing much more's expected, can't do anything about it until the next round. I've got to be brutally honest, that looked more like a local leisure centre on a Saturday afternoon dive than one you'd expect to see at the Olympic Games. Needs to improve, and improve quickly. This athlete can do so much better than that, and the results do reflect it. Here's the replay. It was an ambitious dive, but just not executed at all. This is the final round of the women's 10-metre platform. Interesting selection, this, a middle-of-the-pack dive in terms of difficulty. Will that be enough to keep them right there or thereabouts? The entry was poor. Let's take a look at the replay. Good element. This is the first session of the day at the Olympic Stadium. I think everybody's waiting with bated breath to see what happens. It seemed to rush a little bit there. That was only what can be described as an average round. Not the best, I'm afraid to say. Middle of the pack stuff from this athlete so far in the shot put. Needs to really get everything right here. Looking to launch it long, but technique just maybe letting him down here. Well, that's a terrific end, a super performance, and it takes the athlete right back into the medals mix. Well, not what he was looking for. At the halfway mark and lying in 3rd place, and I'm sure those watching in this athlete's country will be really excited about that. Still much to do though, but it's very promising. Well, that's not bad at all. Quick check on the scoreboard, and that tells you this athlete's in fine form. This really is a great shot put competition. lands very heavily on the floor, and that'll be around 16 metres. Well, in the top three after that last round, third place is a good position to be in. Well, that's right up there with the best he's thrown so far. This athlete's delighted to have qualified for the final. This is the Royal Artillery Barracks. The next event is the men's 25 metres rapid-fire pistol. Here we go, round one then. 8 seconds to hit 5 targets. Well, that wasn't too bad. Well, that's a respectable start. Plenty of food for thought for the athletes. Round 2, 6 seconds for the 5 targets. Good stuff, that. Well, let's have another look at the scoreboard. And third place after the latest round. That's a good performance. Round 3 then. As before, 6 seconds to hit 5 targets. Pressure's on. Well, that's a good round, and there's no doubt now that this competitor can have the confidence that they can keep up with the leaders here. Well, the time's cut in round 4 to just 4 seconds, less than 1 second a target. A successful 4th round for this shooter. Happy with that, very happy with that. And as the scoreboard confirms, that will keep him very much in the mix. Well, in round number 5, this gets really tough as the scoring rings tighten. Well, that's an all-right performance. I think the athlete knows they can do better than that, but not bad in the end. This is the 6th and final round. All right, very average though. Oh, you see the technique, so cool and assured. Next up at the Olympic Stadium then, medals are on the line and it will be on the infield. It's the final of the men's shot put. Not the best, but certainly not the worst in this field after that last attempt. Very, very average from Poland. Off he goes in round number 2. Well, lots of time still to improve after that second round performance. 7th after that round, and the scoreboard confirms there's still plenty of work to do. Well, that was an average performance. 7th at this stage, not a great performance, I'm afraid to say. Got to pick it up here. Thrust through the shot. Well, let's see what they measure this one at, but that's a decent throw. Well, this is a terrific shot put event. A number of different contenders that could all take home a medal here. Explosive release. That's a personal best for this athlete, so well deserved. Well, that's the end of the round, and the scoreboard shows just a very slender lead. Poland will be a bit disappointed there, middle of the pack. Well, the crowd are up, they're on the feet. They understand just how good this athlete's been today. The leaderboard doesn't lie. Let's take a look to see who's celebrating and who's commiserating. Finishing first, a gold medal for Poland. The winner of the bronze medal, China. from those performances. So much. Welcome along to the Royal Artillery Barracks. The next event is the men's 25-metre rapid-fire pistol. Round one then, 8 seconds to hit the 5 targets. Plenty of time. Very impressive stuff, that. Well, that's the end of the latest round, and let's look at the scoreboard. Oh, it's so tight at the top, you can throw a blanket over all 3 of them. Round 2 then.
Stop.
Well, that was a very average second round, and I think there will be some disappointment there. Well, things going well here so far. Still just about in touch with the leaders. After that round, it's 4th place. So round 3, 6 seconds to hit these targets. Well, not bad, not bad. So at the halfway mark in this and lying 1 place off the top 3. Still plenty to play for, making the next round crucial for this athlete. Round 4 then, here we go. Pressure cranking up here. Oh dear. Round 5 then, this is where it gets more difficult. Middle of the road stuff in round number 5, nowhere near his best. That was an average performance. Here we go, round 6 then, the final round. Has to shoot well here. Seemed to rush through his shots there. Everybody